everybody. This is Robert Newstead from Guardrail Finance, and I just wanted to give you a little recap. I just returned from a business trip in Atlanta, and one of the things that you may not know is the MSA in Atlanta is about 6 million people, and it's one of the fastest growing areas in the entire United States. In fact, it had the fourth largest growth over the last few years, and it is now the ninth most populous city, or MSA, in the US. So one of the things that I really noticed is that Atlanta is extremely dynamic. There's a lot going on from the south all the way to the north in Atlanta, and it takes a long time to get from one side of the city to the other just because of how much it's growing. So there's obvious population growth. There is a lot of residential development, a lot of houses being developed. There's also a lot of commercial development that's still going on to expand the city due to that growth. There's a lot of in-migration. As I had said, it's one of the fastest growing MSAs in the country. And so you need to accommodate those people. And so you have housing going on that's in the form of apartments, in the form of houses, in the form of condos, and that's all being undertaken. You also see that there's a lot of infrastructure. The various cities, as well as the counties and the state, are investing in a lot of infrastructure. There's been a lot of investment in and around the airport. There's been a lot of investment to the south, maybe 30, 40 minutes south of the airport in those suburbs, and those are rapidly growing. And then to the north, there's been a lot of investment as well. I stayed up in the Battery Park area, which is close to the Atlanta Braves stadium, and that whole northern area has undergone complete renovation since I was last there. And I spent a lot of time this time up in the north, and I thought it was very exciting. The southern suburbs, like I said, 30 to 40 minutes south of downtown Atlanta, are growing like mad. There were residential developments going on everywhere. The northern suburbs, the western suburbs, the northeastern suburbs, all of those markets had growth in them and appeared to have a lot of potential for investments. And so one of the things I did notice as a negative is that the area I used to love, I used to go to Atlanta a lot when I was in high school, and I used to spend a lot of time in Little Five Points and also, downtown by the Peachtree area. While it's still nice, there just seems to be a lot of homelessness there, a lot of crime. It seems to be a little seedier. And so that was my only negative in Atlanta. And I just feel like that is an area where you can't just start packing a whole bunch of issues into one area without that being expanded out into other parts of the city. So I really hope that the community and the police get their hands around that, because that does look to be a little bit of an issue. Because one thing I did notice too is that in a lot of areas of Atlanta, they said the crime had increased over the last couple of years. And while it's a fantastic city, in order to grow, in order for the citizens to feel safe, you really need to get a handle on the crime situation. One of the things I was saying is that here, it is a perfect example of a U.S. city that is expanding rapidly, is extremely dynamic, and I believe that is going to have a lot of growth down the road, even more than it's already had. And so I'm currently happy with the portfolio, and I also just committed to doing 3 additional deals in Atlanta because of this tour. So one of those deals was in the north and 2 of the deals were in the south. And what I am looking for are markets that have good in-migration, good job growth, low unemployment, and where you can get good returns on your real estate investments. And I've seen that in all 3 of the deals I committed to, and in the other holdings that I have, where I believe that this market is set to continue in an upward trend. And so I'm very happy. I would just like to see some of the issues in downtown really get resolved, work with the communities, try and create housing that is affordable for those folks who are displaced at this point. And then a lot of that helps with the crime issues. and then figure out ways to make sure that those populations can have their youth educated, and then that way things get better over time. So on that note, I hope you like this video. Feel free to take a look at Atlanta. It is a very dynamic market, very interesting, and there is quite a bit of opportunity there. So thanks for your time, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.